Hello, welcome back to the book of Scrim. I'm just trying to do another quick sketchbook. This one here, anyway, if you don't know who I am, I'm Martin Heron. I'm an artist. I've been working for donkey's years. You can find out on some other videos how long that is. It's well over 30. Okay, so this is the little sketchbook I've had lying around since about 2022 maybe. And I had started just bits of things in it, but then I went on to using other sketchbooks and doing other things, and this one here just got lying around, and then I picked it up every now and then, want to try and do something in it. So moleskin, kind of a 5-ish size. Right, so here we go. So I've been, obviously this is a pencil drawing, and it kind of references back on the Scrim work. So this is what I've been trying to do here. Just little kind of experiments, just kind of sketching out ideas and things, trying to reference the Scrim using pencil. So you can hear, look, 25th of the 5th, and that's 22. So yeah, and sometimes just really simple lines work for me. So look, it's now been about 1.5 years since I made a mark in this sketchbook, and that was on, and as me signed it on 20th 11th 23. Note, had not used it or worked on other things, blah blah blah. Anyway, yes, so 2023 I then started doing some things with Scrim in it, and I would have it around on me and every now and then. So here I've been kind of just trying to do something different with the Scrim and drawing over the top, and it's still back on using the Scrim. Some interesting little things happening here with this. You see it's sort of sticking together a bit. It's been around that long. So I don't know if you can see there, but the texture has kind of come off with the adhesive. So things like this here is quite interesting. Putting the Scrim down, taking it back off and relaying it down. And I quite like this breaking up the lines. So we're now on to 4th of the 12th, 23 here. So yeah, I think I'd got to a bit of an impasse really, and then I just started throwing probably the Scrim down on here in places and just seeing what would happen, and not been really trying to do anything too finished. And this again is just simply what sketchbooks are for at the end of the day. So yeah, now I quite like this, what was happening here. Where are we? 19th to the 12th. And 23, so that's December 23, goodness. So I assume when there's no date, this is roughly around about probably the same day that I would be doing a few things with this. It's quite interesting here. So yeah, it's obviously got left down for a few days, and then this thing has started happening. Yeah. Yes, and this breaking up thing here is quite nice. Like it's collapsing on itself or something. I think this is a piece of Scrim laid over the other piece of Scrim, yes. So we're at the end of December here. Oh yeah, some curious things going on. But yes, it's just trying to, I think I got to a stage where just trying to push, maybe have the process a bit more loose. I think you'll see in some of the previous sketchbooks, it was sort of like, it was very tight and it was a very fixed geometry thing to it. And I just, whatever you say nothing. And yes, still the end of December. This is a line from the Seamus Heaney poem. And I'd been listening to a lot of his poetry at one point there, and there's some of the things that would sort of creep out and maybe go down and get notes and titles and things. So now we're into January 24. So yeah, so this is all pencil, usually pencil and maybe some pen work over the top, maybe other things. I don't know why this has been highlighted here, but I do quite like these, sort of almost landscape like. Okay, so now we're into February 24, and I started just trying this sort of thing, using that grid to see if I could do the 2 pages and what might happen if I just started to put some marks down or scribble in some of the little squares that makes up the grid. I didn't go too far because I think I found it a little bit frustrating, but I saw possibilities in this, so I've come back to it, as you will see. So yeah, a lot of just roughly working over just to see what might come out. Now this goes over a few pages. I quite liked how this was happening. Let me see then, look, so there, over a couple of pages, sort of one solid line while the actual scrim does all the waving work. So yes, I'm back to trying that with a little, going in the little grids. So yeah, I had done a little bit of that. Now, you'll see now got into 25, so I've actually stopped. I didn't do anything since that in the sketchbook. Oh no, that's the second 25. Where are we here? Where did I stop and make a big change then? There must have been quite a bit of a break in it somewhere. Yeah, look, February 24, and then sketchbook was not picked up again then until, so obviously I'll be doing other things and some of those other sketchbooks, and I was working in larger sketchbooks at the time, doing larger pieces with the Scrim. So this book will have got left lying around and I've picked it up again and thought, oh, I need to do some more work on that, and then it started me off again. It was quite interesting actually, it's quite a jump in time though. So yeah, so back in now to 25, now it's coming closer now, 20th of the 3rd, 12th of the 3rd, so we're into earlier this year. But yes, interesting process, some possibilities here with this a bit further down the line. So yeah, so the other day I picked up this, and I don't know if that's, I quite like that in here. I was just sort of messing about, cutting up and not making any marks on it, just trying to do something with the Scrim itself. And this is where I got up to. So I was doing this sort of thing, tearing it and pulling it. Well, actually I was cutting it and then pulling it out of shape. I often do that. But this one here, I kind of quite like, because the way it still makes itself sit up off the page. And it really is, even though it's flattened in the sketchbook, it's still holding its form. So it's making quite a nice sort of shape there. So yes, that's where I've got up to. So what I'm going to try and do here is maybe record some more video, maybe working on this and putting some more things in. So basically, I'll leave it there. To be continued, as they say. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching, and it's just a quick little note, as it were, and maybe we shall continue this as a part 2 or whatever, and I will continue working in this. See what happens. Okay, catch you all later.